Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Mysticle, and today I'm bringing you a few interesting pieces of XR news. Today we're focusing a little bit more on the game aspect of things, and we do have some stuff on technology as well, so that's really cool. As usual, if you like this one, slap that red button down below, and let's get right into it. So, knowing roughly what the title of this video is going to be in my head already, I know what most of you are here for. So, to leave a little bit of anticipation, I'm going to begin with some fantastic news for Quest users, as we are now getting app trials. Now, what might that mean? Well, that means a lot of things actually. You can now test an app before actually buying it, which is something people have been requesting for the longest time. The Quest store now lets developers offer 15 to 30 minute free trials. So you can actually try out a game, and when your trial ends, you can either buy it or not, depending on whether you liked it. Called Try Before You Buy, the new feature is integrated into the MetaQuest app and Quest system software. Developers can opt in without needing to integrate any SDK or even release any app update. It's a system-level feature. Developers can choose the trial duration between 15 and 30 minutes. Quest owners can access the trial from the App Store page. The trial starts when you launch the app, but only occurs while inside VR. Taking off the headset pauses the timer. So if you pause your 30-minute trial, say in 15 minutes, you can go back and finish your other 15 minutes later. But after the trial period, you lose access to the app. But if you choose to buy it, you keep the same progress you had in the trial alongside any achievements. That's pretty cool, to be completely honest with you. There's a lot of features there that don't occur in any other trial system, and that's a very big deal. I think a lot of people are actually going to try a lot more apps now, and then when they enjoy them, buy them, instead of being like, I don't think I'm going to like this, and just not buying it to begin with. That's a really big deal. Can't wait for developers to actually start offering this in their apps, and hopefully it gets more people into certain apps and games. So yeah, let me know what you think about that one down below. Okay, let's move on to what I think most of you are here for. Roblox on the Quest. We've talked about this before in the past, but with that came a lot of questions. And basically every video I upload and every single day on the Discord, people are asking me, are there any updates? Is there any information that you can give us? And have you heard anything new? And I haven't been saying much because there really hasn't been much. But because people are constantly asking me, I decided let's throw in a segment entirely towards what we know and possibly what we don't know. So here's everything we know to date. A little while ago, sometime in June or July, I don't entirely remember, Bloxy News on Twitter, which is a reliable source for Roblox news, posted a little teaser image asking people what they think is the next console Roblox is coming to, with a massive O. I mean, it was obviously meant at Oculus. Now, there were a few other tweets that I can no longer find confirming that it was, as a matter of fact, the Quest Bloxy News was talking about, and I have posted these in a previous video right up here. But yeah, that's what we had in the beginning, and that's what sparked all the information, but we've had no updates to date and nothing during the Connect event. So let me tell you what has sort of happened in the Roblox VR space since. On the 9th of September, we have coming soon. Improvements to the Universal app to make it more stars delightful, which will help move Roblox to more platforms, including additional consoles and VR support. And going back a little bit, the following improvements have been made to #RobloxVR. A new bottom bar, removed top bar, moved icons down, aim through wand controls with improved compatibility, more experiences should work than before, and small UI improvements to the inventory, chat runs in VR, etc. And underneath that, a picture of the Quest with Roblox. Now, nothing directly supporting the Quest here, but still an interesting update for VR in general. Underneath that, update. Roblox has made a developer forum post detailing all of the newest improvements made to Roblox VR. In that developer post, Roblox UI update. So that's what this mostly was. It was a UI update towards VR. It definitely seems like they're building up towards getting Roblox working on new consoles and working on new VR hardware. However, before they can do that, they need to make some drastic improvements towards the UI and other things. And we actually had leaks showcasing what this UI on VR headsets could look like, and people were very excited because it seems to be almost complete. But seeing here, that was just concept art, and we've still got a long way to go. Hi developers, we are happy to announce that Build 545, VR has significantly improved on Roblox. The focus of this release is to better the interaction with the UI as well as improve compatibility with other experiences. For that reason, we introduce a new VR-specific menu in the form of the bottom bar. This is something new that has shown up recently. In fact, this was on September 28th, and it is definitely a step in the right direction if we want to have Roblox comfortably working in VR. If you want to read the full article of all the changes, I'm of course going to leave a link down below. I do believe that at the beginning, during that initial part where we had the concept art, a PS5 was shown, so this kind of UI would work for that as well. And of course, the Quest was also one of those devices shown. That was a tweet that I do believe was actually tweeted by Roblox itself, but was later on deleted as it was a leak. It was something that wasn't actually supposed to be out there, and there were devices there that weren't yet officially announced, but it was definitely there, and that being, tweeted by the official Roblox account was definitely the most exciting thing we had that confirmed that it was planning on coming to the Quest. Currently, Roblox can only be played on the Quest if you have a PC capable of VR, and you can either use the link or other methods to connect to Roblox, but nothing standalone just yet. Either way, it's very exciting seeing them heading in the right direction, and with all of these UI improvements, who knows? We could get a really large update, maybe for the holiday season. I'm thinking, and this is just a thought, don't quote me on this, we might be seeing Roblox coming to the Quest sometime in December, kind of like a Christmas gift. I know that they know that people want this, and it could be their gift to the people, but I could be entirely wrong, don't quote me on it, I got this information from absolutely nowhere, there you go. This is everything we know, and hopefully you learned something new, something that you didn't know yet, and they're essentially just building up to it, UI upgrades and stuff like that, but you asked for it, here it is. And I also have some information on some more competition. Panasonic's latest Shift-All prototype brings SteamVR tracking module and index controller support. These prototypes are crazy. They're super slim and look kind of like some crazy futuristic VR glasses. But Panasonic brand Shift-All has revealed the latest prototype of its Megan X VR headset. Along with an updated design, the company has shown off a SteamVR tracking module to add precision tracking to the headset, along with support for Valve Index controllers. The company says it will be showing off the latest design at AWE Europe 22 conference, though it seems the headset may no longer be standalone, but rather built for PC VR. So this is something interesting. These headsets have actually been standalone in the past, something that you could put on and, I don't know, possibly watch some movies or check out some 360 experiences, but now it seems to be built for PC VR. Whether that means you'll need tethered with a wire, or whether it will work wirelessly with a battery bank possibly in your pocket or something, I'm not sure, as there clearly isn't enough room for a battery here, and we do see a wire coming out the back. I do still prefer wireless PC VR, but you know what? If something this small can be made sit on your head steadily, I wouldn't necessarily mind a wire with a nice pulley system. But let me know your opinions down below. And with so many games coming to the Quest, I wouldn't really be surprised if new games did arrive for the holiday season. At Connect 2022 this month, Meta announced that the Quest content store has surpassed $1.5 billion in purchased VR content since its launch in 2019, representing continued but decelerating growth, likely due mostly to market seasonality. Now, this is interesting because that's a really large number, and of course they did mostly put that out there for developers and investors to make them more enticed to get onto their platform. But it really shows you that the growth is still there, and 1.5 billion is nothing to laugh about. And it shows you why other competitors coming onto the market right now might have problems getting into standalone VR. All the developers are developing for Meta headsets, and everybody else is on their platform. So switching from the Quest to a different platform wouldn't entirely be as simple as you might think it would be. If you're on a Quest 2 right now, have purchased hundreds of experiences on it, even if you want to buy the Pico 4, you might not be able to do so because all your games are on the Meta store. So that might be keeping you from switching. So as you can see, it wouldn't necessarily be that simple. But that's that, and let's move on to the next piece of news. Quest Pro Scene Understanding. This is something that, of course, was a big deal since the Quest Pro was supposed to have a depth sensor. However, unfortunately, it no longer has it due to, well, issues. And according to Sadlius Bradley, it could have something to do with the fact that the depth sensor could see through certain clothing materials, which we also know from the OnePlus 8 Pro, as this phone can also do that. It's got a little camera that OnePlus kind of messed up on, then disabled it, but I have root access, so I can enable it by software. You're not safe anywhere, trust me. But a couple of points worth noting. Reading from Reddit, as far as I can tell, the Quest Pro can't understand a random scene all by itself. It requires the user to manually draw it and identify objects in the scene for it. Then apps can query the scene. Anybody can try to use these APIs already on the Quest 1 and Quest 2. Just install their App Lab demo, which lets you define your room as a scene, and then a bunch of mixed reality interactions are shown for you to play with. It's pretty fun. So yes, the Quest Pro was originally supposed to have a depth sensor, allowing it to sense these things on its own. And as we can see, it actually already works quite well if you see the video going above me right now. It looks really cool with the color pass-through and everything. But since you do have to define it yourself, it's not any different to the Quest 2. I feel like this is definitely some pretty large news of them removing the depth sensor, as that is something I was waiting for quite a bit. However, reading from Twitter, from Mahini555, the depth sensor was cut from the Cambria sometime in the past 5 months. Quest Pro only has 2D cameras. Meta says it's exploring automatic plane detection, but at launch you'll need to manually mark walls and furniture, as with the Quest 2. So yeah, they're exploring automatic plane detection, which would be amazing, would be really cool, and that would probably also come to the Quest 2. Of course, it wouldn't be as amazing because no color pass-through, but still really cool that they're exploring that possibility, and I have hopes that they are going to go along with it. I do wonder though what the actual reason for removing the depth sensor was. If it wasn't the clothing argument, which, I mean, theoretically speaking, I'd say it was probably the clothing argument. Seeing through clothes would probably not be best for PR. Let me know your opinions down below though. Here, however, is something I do have some pretty large news about. The Pico Neo 4 Pro. A lot of people expected that this was going to be the true, real competitor to the Quest Pro, as it has face and eye tracking, and that it was also going to be quite a bit cheaper. And all of that was seemingly correct, except for one issue. It's not being sold outside of China. The Pico Neo 4 Enterprise is a variant of the regular Pico Neo 4, with a gold front plate and 3 extra cameras to track your gaze and facial expressions, one for each eye and one for the lower face. It also uses DDR5 RAM, which is faster than the DDR4 RAM in the consumer model. The hardware is otherwise identical, but it runs business-focused system software. The €900 price includes a business warranty, a business license, and priority support. Pico has set up regional support centers for businesses in languages such as English, French, German, and Spanish. The Pico Neo 4 Enterprise was announced today for €900, but it's only being sold to businesses. The Pico Neo 4 it's based on is sold to consumers in China, but Pico said it has no plans to bring it to consumers in the West. The Pico 4 Pro and the Pico 4 Enterprise are actually 2 different headsets, and there are some minor hardware differences between the Pro and the Enterprise. The Pro has 512GB of storage, with Enterprise having 256GB. This news will come as a disappointment to those hoping for a consumer standalone headset with face and eye tracking cheaper than the $1,500 Quest Pro, sold for €1,800 in Europe, which is exactly what I was hoping for, but apparently that won't be happening, unless I somehow manage to get my hands on a Pico 4 Pro inside Europe, which would be amazing, but I guess that is a little bit more difficult now than just going and buying it. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. A little bit of a different video. I just really wanted to get this information out. Other than that, that's going to be it. If you guys like this one, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but do let me know why down in the comments below. I hope you all have a fantastic day or night. Thank you so much to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys help me pay my bills, help me pay for my subscriptions, and overall make this content better. So thank you so much for that. If you guys are not yet part of our community, check out our Discord down below. Check out our Reddit. I want to see you posting your spicy memes on there. And as usual, if you want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, then make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you in the next video. Peace. That wasn't sped up. I still got it. I still got it. This is what we used to do in the past. We used to do this really funny, really quick thing. And yeah, some people loved it. Some people hated it. Still got it. Peace.